the Hurry Up podcast. We're presented by Hoop Good Media Group, powered by Tri-State Football. And to jump right in, I'm joined by Kings coach Alex Garvin. And like I just said, thanks for being here and thanks for coming on to us.
Absolutely. Yeah. Excited to be here.
Yeah, so week one matchup with the Sycamore Aviators. And coach, just to start things off, what do you kind of expect from this week one matchup?
Well, high school football in Cincinnati is pretty electric. So week one always, I think, provides a lot of anticipation, a lot of excitement, usually beautiful weather. High schools are just starting. You're going to get a lot of students at the game. Sycamore's pretty close to us, so they're going to have a big student section. We'll have a big following, and there's just a lot of anticipation from the off season and what the off season creates going into the season. Excitement. Everybody's 0-0. Everybody's looking for a win, looking for a way to start the season off on a right foot. Sycamore's under a new head coach, and clearly they got a lot of swagger going over there, and on film they look like they've improved a lot and have a lot of really good players. So a lot of excitement, a lot of fun, and it's high school football time finally.
Yes, sir. And speaking of that, how do you prepare for a week one season opener against a new coach, new system that's kind of going in blind?
Yeah, I mean, we get a couple scrimmages, so we've seen kind of what I would assume is their base offense and defense. Most people are holding stuff back in the scrimmages, so you're not seeing everything, and it's what makes week one quite a chess match because you're always maneuvering what you expected versus what you're actually seeing. So our coordinators, they have multiple game plans. Fortunately for our guys over the off season, our defense runs multiple fronts, lots of different coverages, and our offense can run a lot of different sets and be very run heavy or be very pass heavy. So both our offense and defense have seen lots of looks all summer. So as soon as we see what Sycamore is going to do, it may be similar to their scrimmages. They may come out in something different and unique, and that's okay. That's part of the chess match, and we'll be ready, and we'll have to adjust if we need to based on what we thought we were going to see, based on or relative to what we're actually seeing.
And your team, you were one of the more balanced teams in the area last year. How do you come out week one and kind of make sure you stay that way this year?
Well, we're fortunate to have a lot of really quality skill players. And Grant Nuri, our quarterback, is a 3-year starter. He has the whole offensive playbook at his discretion at this point. So we're doing a lot of coaching him into making sure we're in the right place. And we've got 2 or 3 really good running backs that we feel like if we had to get ourselves into a running the ball game that we really could if that was where our advantage was. And if that's not where the advantage is, I think we've got enough skill players to pass the ball around and keep a team honest. So I think we spend a lot of time in the off season making sure we have an answer to both of those conundrums, and then we take what the defense gives and get your playmakers the ball and find different ways, different formations, different sets, different plays that get each player a ball in space, and then your players got to be players.
Yes, sir. And finally, speaking of your quarterback, Grant Nuri, and how do you lean on his experience and the experience of others, like on the defensive side of the ball, like Jacob Brodowski, and how do you lean on them in this week one matchup and obviously going forward?
Yeah, the name of the game in football is trust, and when these guys have a lot of varsity minutes under their belt, they come in with a lot of trust. And so then we've been preaching to them all summer. It's about now leading the next generation. So we have a lot of guys starting brand new on both sides of the ball, and they already trust those returning starters. When somebody like Grant's played, 15, 16 games, he was the backup quarterback all the way through our state semifinal run a couple of years ago. So he's seen a lot of really high quality football, and he put in the work this offseason to keep that trust high from his teammates. So when that's happening, him and Radowski and Aiden Sanders and Ben and Max Lockwood, when you got guys that are doing it and earned that trust from everybody, then it's on them to lead and to make sure that everybody else knows the expectation knows the standard at which we're going to hold them, and executes each day in practice. By the time we get to the games on Friday night, I tell them that's just the show. Like all the work happens before that. All the work happened in April and May and June, and all this time we've been in the weight room and practicing through the summer. And I just tell them, you're stacking good days on top of good days. You do that for a couple weeks in a row. By the time we get to Friday, it's just time to have fun.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, Coach, I told you be short and sweet. Thanks for joining me today, and good luck on Friday and all season long. I'm sure we'll be out to see you several times this year.
Absolutely. Thanks, Brandon.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
Yes, that was Coach Alex Garvin from Kings High School. 42-7 win over Sycamore a year ago, and they'll be looking to do the same this year. Next, we're going to have Coach Evan Dreyer from the Anderson Raptors join us, and looking forward to the Anderson versus Cooper matchup. We're back here on the Hurry Up Podcast. It's season 1, episode 1. So glad to have Coach Evan Dreyer from the Anderson Raptors join us here. Thanks a lot for joining us, Coach.
I'm excited. This journey starts on Friday night, and we're excited to get back on the field after things ended last year. So the Raptors are going to be ready, playing a great opponent.
Yes, sir. A great matchup between two winning programs. What are kind of your expectations for Friday night?
I think we have to stop Cam O'Hara and just control him. Nobody's been able to stop him since he's been a starter at Cooper. And we have to be able to control the run game. The running back and the 4 offensive linemen have dominated. But then on defense, I think that they bring a great test. They're big up front, and they've been able to tackle really well during scrimmages. And their defensive backs, the 2 safeties, are special. And I think those guys going both ways, they know both sides of the ball, and they do a really good job of making sure they don't allow explosive plays, which is going to be key for Friday night.
And yes, as you mentioned, you being an offensive guru yourself and kind of that quarterback whisperer, what are your thoughts on Cam O'Hara and how he plays the game and what he's done?
I think Cam O'Hara is a great prospect. I think he got a niche right at Western Kentucky. They throw it around. They can use his skill set. He's a really good pocket passer. He's ability to make throws outside the pocket as well. I think he would fit in anywhere, but I think with that offense and the way they have a combination of air raid, spread principles to protect the quarterback, I think it's going to be a really good matchup for Cam. And his growth from his junior senior year, as people watch his tape, I wouldn't be surprised if he even moves up the ladder and gets to a Power 4 university in the end. But with the transfer portal, he might just go to Western Kentucky and play early on, which will be special for him.
Yeah, and your defense was tremendous last year, kind of gave you that separation maybe at times you didn't have before that. What are guys like Antoine Higgins and Ace Austin, what do they bring to your defense, and how can they go into helping you slow Cooper down?
I think it starts up with our linebacker play. We have Brady Kuhn and Antoine Higgins, Air Force commit, and Antoine being a junior. It's special. We got to be able to contain the quarterback in the run game at linebacker. And then we have 2 senior linebackers inside, Reed Baker, who has Division I offers, and Tanner Holt. Those guys are going to be healthy and ready to go for a great year. And then they have to be able to line up and get pre-snap, understand what they're trying to do on offense. Then the back end, Ace Alston, spectacular sophomore year heading to his junior year. And then you have Kamari Ty on the other side, who has Division I offers at corner. We cannot allow them to have huge plays. And then safeties, you have Mark Madden, who's one of the most underrated safeties in the state of Ohio. And then you have J-Rod Lindsey and Brandon Bolander as well. So a defensive back play is going to be key. They've lived off it. You look at the scrimmages, Cam's ability to throw the ball deep is key. Then you have to pressure him as well and keep him contained. So I think the underrated thing about them is they want to start with the run game. The running back is an unbelievable high school running back, and he's gonna have a great year for Cooper.
And finally, Coach, your offense is assumed new quarterback Owen Scalf. what we have to do to kind of assume that role as the full-time guy and a lot of that expectation that you put on him?
I think playing quarterback here is very, very hard. The expectations are to get back to the state championship. And Owen taking over, his brother played here. And he's got to have big shoulders because the pressure is on him. And the ability to distribute the football has got to be good for him on every Friday night. But to be able to just calm his nerves versus Cooper, let the game come to him, and it's going to be awesome. I do think Owen has the ability to stay mild-mannered, very soft-spoken, leads with actions, and that's going to be key as we go throughout the season. There's going to be highs and lows of playing quarterback. Everybody knows it, but you just kind of got to stay consistent, stay even-keeled, and be able to love every Friday night and get better throughout the week, and that's what he's planning to do and to have a great junior season.
Yes, sir. Well, Coach, short and sweet, like we said. Thank you for joining us. Good luck this Friday and all season long. And I'm sure we'll be able to see you in the Raptors several times this year.
I hope everybody in Cincinnati comes out for a great game. Kentucky versus Ohio Friday night. It's going to be great. Enjoy high school football. It's going to be awesome. Great job in the fall. I love the support. And have a great day. Go Raptors.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. That was Anderson coach Evan Dreyer. Big time matchup. Ohio versus Kentucky this Friday. Cooper visiting Anderson. And it's going to be a great one. That's going to wrap up here, episode 1 of the Hurry Up. And again, we'd like to thank Kings coach Alex Garvin and Anderson coach Evan Dreyer for joining us here on the Hurry Up Season 1, Episode 1. Again, presented by Hoop Good Media Group, powered by TriStateFootball.com. Follow us on all social media at HG Media Group and at TS Football. We'll see you next week, and thanks for joining us.